Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you wherever you are in the world. I bring you warm greetings from the Presbyterian Church on the Greenwich Meridian in Tema, Ghana. I am Georgina Kwanima Boateng, an ordained minister of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana. On this occasion of Strategy Day on Global Learning, I am happy to share about youth and environmental engagement in the Presbyterian Church of Ghana. I will speak about how the Presbyterian Church of Ghana organizes itself as a church and its focus on young people. I will also speak about the nature of Presbyterian Church of Ghana's concern with environmental sustainability and its emphasis on youth involvement. Finally, I will touch on some sustainability activities and the involvement of young persons in the church. The Presbyterian Church of Ghana takes its children and youth work very seriously. A new congregation usually starts by beginning a children's service. The children's service consists of children from toddlers to age 12. Now, when a child attains the age of 12, it is believed that the child has moved on from when parents made all decisions for it to where they are able to assume some responsibility for themselves. The child therefore moves from the children's service to the junior youth fellowship, which runs a separate Sunday service. The young person stays with this fellowship until they attain the age of 18 or until they have their confirmation, whichever comes first. Now, at this stage, they join the Young People's Guild until they are 30 years of age, and then the Young Adults Fellowship until 40, where they are now considered adults. The ages 18 to 40 all join the regular Sunday adult worship service, but get to meet at exclusive group meetings and other programs they may organize by themselves. These groupings help the church nurture and care for its members in an age-specific way. The nurturing, especially at the junior youth level, that is the level from 12 to 18 years, is considered as a 7-year-long preparation for confirmation. Therefore, many youths in the church had their confirmation at 18 years. Traditionally, the Presbyterian Church of Ghana has tended towards establishing schools to nurture young people to live a worthy life and impact their societies. As a result, the church has many mission, primary, and secondary schools. And even though many are under government supervision, the Presbyterian Church of Ghana continues to hold a nurturing influence over them. In targeting young persons for Christian education and nurturing, students in such primary and secondary schools are not left out. Environmental issues are a significant concern for the Presbyterian Church of Ghana. The church believes that all creation must come to glorify God. In this way, Christians have a responsibility not just to present salvation to other humans, but to engage in the work of Christ to bring justice to the entire creation. We believe that salvation of humanity must also mean that the creation is freed from bondage. In the past 5 years, the Presbyterian Church of Ghana has consciously engaged in 4 kinds of witness: spiritual witness, moral witness, social witness, and environmental witness. To give my presentation some context, Ghana is in West Africa along the Gulf of Guinea in the Atlantic Ocean. It is among the countries with the most minor carbon emissions, but among the most severely affected by climate change. Climate mitigation measures are required in such a country to be able to cope with the wild changing weather patterns and widening savanna. Again, unsustainable practices like rampant tree cutting, indiscriminate waste disposal, poor agricultural practices, and illegal surface gold mining, popularly called galamsey, are ruining the environment and polluting water bodies in Ghana. The Presbyterian Church of Ghana is not unaware of these issues and recognizes that the environmental crisis is a global concern with a local dimension. It also recognizes that young people are vital stakeholders in environmental protection. This is because young people are most in danger with the ongoing climate crisis, which gives them an uncertain future. Again, young people can learn to make different choices so as to positively impact the environment now in the hope of a better future. Because of this, and as part of the environmental witness of the church, measures have been taken to ensure that young people are actively engaged in climate mitigation and environmental preservation. One of the main measures is including environment and sanitation studies in the Junior Youth Services Study Manual. This stage of the young person's life is seen as preparation for life itself. That is the life that Christ has called us to. And the church intends to help the members of the junior youth service to attain the full measure of the faith, knowledge, and stature of Christ. Crucial topics in environmental engagement, such as God the Creator in Volume 4 of the study material, seek to enlighten young people about the African view of creation, the Christian view of creation, and how God partners with humans in creation care and sustenance. The significance of this is to help the young person rediscover the awe and mystery of creation that Africans traditionally held and appreciate the role of their choices in nature distraction or its preservation. In Volume 1 of the Junior Youth Study Material, the younger class learns about how God is revealed in creation so that they may have a deep appreciation for the natural environment as a place where they can discover who God is. Another tool that the PCG uses, or the Presbyterian Church in Ghana, uses to engage young people in environmental preservation is the flower service. The children's service engage in flower service once every year. In this service, ecological hymns are sung, like the Presbyterian hymn 31, God who made the earth careth for me, and Presbyterian hymn 32, earth and heaven and all therein glorify the Lord and praise. Children in some congregations are assisted in planting a flower they will nurture and care for at home. In some congregations, children march into the adult service briefly to either educate on ecological preservation through singing, poetry recitals, and drama, or raise funds for environmental projects that they may be involved in. Last 2 years at Nativity Presbyterian Church of Ghana, under the auspices of the Evangelical Mission in Solidarity, the EMS, children created colorful flower pots with discarded water bottles, plastic water bottles, and planted flowers in them. Now, those were so beautiful. Again, in 2019, the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, through its Department of Development and Social Services, launched the National Sanitation and Environmental Cleanliness Campaign, also known as the Ecological Integrity Campaign. This campaign aims to ensure a clean environment to promote a healthy life for Ghanaians. The National Tree Planting Project, which was launched later in 2021, is part of the Ecological Integrity Campaign to plant 1 million trees. The first phase of the two-phase project was tree planting in primary mission schools and secondary schools, where young people in the schools were to plant tree seedlings in their vicinity and nurture them. The target for the schools was 100,000 tree seedlings. The second phase of tree planting was done in congregations where, once again, young people in the churches were actively engaged. By 2022, a total of 698,888 tree seedlings have been planted across the country, with educational institutions having planted 76,000, and the project remains ongoing. The tree planting exercise went along with education on the reality of the rapid loss of forest cover in Ghana over the years. According to the UNFAO, Ghana lost about 33.7% of forest cover between 1990 and 2010. The President of Ghana continues to believe in the capacity of young people to change the climate dynamics of the future if they learn to make different choices, and continues to partner with young people in seeking new ways to educate and influence such choices. The PCG is therefore beginning the Presbyterian Youth Against Galamsey campaign later this year, where it is inviting all young people in the church to wear red armbands as a form of silent protest against operations of illegal surface miners, that is, the Galamsey operators in Ghana. Surface mining was legalized in Ghana in the 1980s with the Economic Reform Program of the World Bank and was done on a small scale to support and augment farming activities. The original intent was to have farmers use the income that came from panning gold off their farmlands during the lean season as a source of support for their livelihoods during those periods. Yet, ethical small-scale mining has been thrown out the window with heightening poor economic conditions and increasing greed. In recent years, it has taken on even more alarming forms, with many young people especially lured into it, which has grave consequences for Ghana's land and waters. The idea to involve young people is first because young people are at a greater risk of getting involved in unethical, illegal, small scale gold mining due to high unemployment and other risk factors. The second reason is that the future belongs to young people, and Galamsey threatens that future. These activities are helping put the agenda of environmental sustainability on the agenda of youth fellowships within the Presbyterian Church of Ghana. The more such platforms open up for discussions, the more we believe the youth are being formed to appreciate their roles as people of faith in creation care. Through these programs, the youth are learning to think differently, to act consciously, and to speak up forcefully for a different environmental future. We pray and hope that PCG, the President of Ghana, will continue to learn from many of you that are gathered here in this program so that we would improve our youth engagement and on environmental sustainability for hope of a better future. Thank you very much.